Which eucalypt is almost as good as my new jacket? Which eucalypt is Western Australia's tallest tree? Eucalyptus diversicolor. Western Australia is a place made famous by its harsh deserts, sunny white sand beaches and crystal clear blue water. But in the far southwest of the state, you can find misty forests full of giant trees reaching 80 metres into the sky. These giants exist because of the cool and wet conditions brought on by the Southern Ocean. They inhabit a diverse range of forest types, including the nutrient-deprived, sandy coastline soils, all the way to the rich, fertile soils of the inland hills. The Karri, or Eucalyptus diversicolor, is a true giant that grows up to a staggering 85 metres high, meaning it measures up quite competitively with the giants of Victoria and Tasmania. Over 1 metre of rain is delivered from the cool and stormy southern oceans each year. This abundant moisture keeps these majestic giants pumping with green new growth all year round. With a scientific name like diversicolor, you can assume that this tree features some fantastic colours. The lower trunk in particular can be a vivid white, a dark brown, a crispy burnt orange, and a glossy green when wet. But while the changing colours of the trunk might seem to be the obvious reason why this tree is called diversicolor, it is not. The name diversicolor refers to the difference between the upper and lower surfaces of the leaves. The underside of the leaves is a silvery light green, while the upper side is a rich, glossy green. This is a great example of how the meaning of some scientific names appears to be obvious. But bam! The meaning is far more specific. Climbing into these 80-metre tall trees is quite a challenge. There are scientists, arborists, and adventurers all over the world that climb into these trees for research, tree care, and just plain fun. This is Badger, an amazing arborist and tree climber from the local area. Badger makes it look super easy, but he has years of experience and all the right tools for the job. And let's be honest, he's also a bit of a nutter. You may be shocked, but the canopy of a forest is a very different environment to the forest floor. Plants and animals that use the structure of large trees to make a home have a wide variety of very specific adaptations. Weather is also amplified up here. It's windier, warmer, and dries out far more quickly than the forest floor. When you imagine a tall forest, it's easy to see that there are many environmental layers to that forest, with each layer being slightly different from the last. We humans typically have a very one-dimensional, ground-based experience of a forest. But imagine how a western ring-tailed possum experiences a forest in all 3 dimensions. Up, down, sideways, downside up. Dude, when I grow up, I'm totally gonna be a possum. Have you ever thought about climbing a giant tree? In the southwest of Western Australia, there is a network of fire lookout trees, and 3 of them are able to be climbed by the public for free. This is a fantastic way to experience the layers of a tall eucalypt forest. At ground level, there's an abundance of other trees and bushes. Halfway up, you get above that lower forest and into the land of the giant trunks. Further up the canopy is where you get into the big, gnarly branches. full of habitat structures. And at the summit is a clear view, taking in the solid layer of sun-gathering leaves, shielding that damp forest floor from the drying effects of the sun. These giant Karri forests are an amazing place to visit and explore. But it's important to remember that while everyone loves a giant tree, they too were once little trees. So caring and campaigning for the protection of younger forests is just as important as protecting the giants. Our actions now will mean that future generations of Karri will be able to reach their full magnificence. I'm Steve from the Tree Projects, and you keep on eucalypting. Eucalypt Australia runs the Eucalypt of the Year competition. Have you ever thought about how special your local eucalypt is? And how it fits into the complex and diversicolor world of the eucalypt? See, I said diversicolor instead of diverse. It was good. I like it. Now is the time to get ready for Eucalypt of the Year 2021. Possums. Giants of Victoria and Tasmania.